What's going on, family? You rocking out with the one and only phillydom. This is a special live today, so we can pay tribute to our boy Rico Toro. Waiting for our special guest to come on the live. So whenever he comes on the live, we can talk about it. He was a good friend of Rico Toro, and he can explain the situation, what happened. But yeah, Rico Toro has passed away. YouTuber based out of the Dominican Republic. He was of Puerto Rican descent. Cousin Jock Wilkins said, "Let's go, champ." Cool vibe. So we waiting for our boy to come on the line. Let me put the link in there. Boom. There we go. 17 people watching, man. Just waiting for our special guest to come on the live. Sent the link. I'm waiting for him. It's a technical problem, so I had to do this video no matter what, even with the problems. But we're gonna talk about Rico Toro. The link is in the live, man. The link is in the live. So just come on. The link is in the regular comment section of the live. Come on in. But after that, all is well, man. All is well. All is well. But R.I.P. to Rico Toro. I met him a couple times in Sosua, 3 times to be exact. I also did an interview with him regarding like property and why he lived in Sosua. Man, he was a real cool, down to earth guy, man. Really cool, down to earth guy. Laid back, just a chill guy, man. Repping the DMV. He always say that. Shout out to the DMV. But one of his good friends is going to come on, and he's going to say some words and talk on his behalf, and let us know about Rico Toro, what he was about. But yeah, he was a YouTuber, man. He was real informative. He gave a lot of information. He let us know what was going on out there in Sosua and the Dominican Republic in general. He had a lot of love for the Dominican Republic. You know, he was Puerto Rican, and I know he's been traveling for a while. He was ex-military as well, so he did a lot of things in his life. But he definitely lived life to the fullest, and he always promoted people to travel, no matter what. He said, if you're in doubt, just travel and see the world. If you're on the ropes and you think you should travel or not travel, or get your passport or not get your passport, he motivated people to do that, man. He was a real good. He was a real dude. He was a real dude. He's a real dude, man. He was an amazing dude. I'm here with you guys. I got a whole bunch of stuff coming in. I'm waiting for our special guest to come on here. I see Douglas in the chat. Douglas Anderson, what's going on with you? You gotta relax, champ. It's just me and you, champ. You gotta relax. um, Douglas Anderson said R.I.P. to Rico Toro. Watching many of his videos. I watch out to him a few times. Oh, I guess you reached out. You reached out to him a few times through email with apartment health and Sasua questions, and he always responded. R.I.P. Rico Toro. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He was a good dude, man. That's why I'm doing this live about him. You know what I mean? He's a very good dude, real positive, man. Energetic, man. Cool person, man. I got a lot of love for Rico Torres. Much truth. Okay, hold on. We got a special guest that's going to talk about him. Because I knew him, but this guy knows him. What's up, man?
What up? What up? What up? What
You're
up? How
in the
you?
building.
How you, brother?
I'm doing good, man. How about you, champ?
The same old man. It's been a tough couple of days, but it's been, it is what it is, man.
I hear you, man.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. How are you though?
Everything good here, man. In Brazil, everything is good, man. Everything is good.
That's what's up.
Just got the news, the news about Rico.
Yeah,
that was like, that dampened my day yesterday.
a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of
Um,
people. Yeah, and I appreciate you the videos you putting out. I'm trying to contact his family to tell her that there's some people out
okay.
here that's watching and representing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you want to talk about it a little bit? I know it's hard for you to talk about them, so take your time and everything.
It's all love today. Today I kind of got the jitters out. You know what I mean? You know how it is when you go through something and you got that. You basically in mourning. You know what I'm saying? Because people
Yeah.
don't really know how close we was.
Uh-huh.
Like once you spend time with people, and then once you get to like okay, you start knowing like they passed, like they high school stuff, and like how me and you we spent like what seven
Yeah.
days together. We
Yeah, you've been in my
connected.
house in Philly. You know everything. You
All
met
of
my
that,
dad,
all of that,
met
all of
my
that.
cousin, bars,
We
restaurants, took you to the hood.
Yeah, we was in the hood. We was over there by that in that hood bar over there. We was in
Yeah.
Market Street. It was
Yeah.
you connect. Like I said, once you step outside of YouTube and you start getting into people's personal lives, where you feel like you can trust them and rely on them, and that's when the real connection comes through. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
So that's kind of how we met. But I started my channel in 2020.
Okay.
And you know, came to Sasua with my man. We drove out to drove out to Sasua for the first time, and it was almost like a YouTuber's who's who was in the house. Everybody was there, you know what I'm saying? Flip, everybody, whatever. So I remember seeing Rico Toro on like his first couple shows. I was like, okay, this is interesting. You see something
Yeah.
different than the other, you know?
Other YouTubers. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
a standout. He was a standout.
yeah, you just say, okay, what's this about? And we were occasionally talking his comments because he had a couple shows where he was teaching brothers Spanish.
Okay.
So I used to put like, yo, you should do a show, and I'll be on the show where you can help me with my Spanish. And we had talked briefly, but when I met him, I was like, yo, it's very good to meet you, brother. Very, you met him, so you see he had
Yeah, I
a
met
certain
him.
glow to him. Like
Yeah, he had a glow. He got positive energy, positive
yeah,
vibe.
me and his boy Gil were talking like, yo, like he had like a Zen, like a Buddhist or like a calmness, but like a sort of like like a everything's gonna be all right type of vibe. You know what I mean? Like like don't sweat. Like people always say it, and people always try to practice it. Like yo, I'm not gonna stress stuff. I'm not gonna be violent or hostile or aggressive or negative or talk bad about people or. But we were kind of like the underdogs, so that's kind of how we started the link. Like the at the time, when you first starting out YouTube, when you were at like 108 subscribers, you thinking like dudes that like got 4 and 10,000 subscribers is big dogs. Like you looking at them like
Yeah,
wow,
like
I can't
people.
wait till I get that. You know what I mean? And I think I was like 100 or something. I think he was at like maybe like 400 or 500, something like that. And
Mm-hmm.
we just grew closer and chilled. And he enjoyed my sense of humor. I could always make him laugh. He was very like open and positive towards my channel because in the beginning I was just reaching. I was everywhere, and that's what attracted people to my channel is the humor, I guess, the how I came up with the seagulls and the gymnastics and the talking about money and ZD and everything, whatever. So I was just like you say, when you knew, you just got to keep
Yeah.
dropping them, keep dropping,
Yeah,
and you don't
keep
care if
dropping.
people like it or not. You got to
Yeah.
do a mixtape every other day. You got to just
Yep.
keep boom releasing, releasing. So I
Releasing.
I was I wasn't at the time like releasing like that until I saw my numbers jump as a sewer. That was the first time as a vlogger traveler that I saw a jump. I was like, oh, snaggity. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
my like the first 3 days I was so uploading. My
Yeah.
joint was going. I
It
went
was
from like
moving.
108 to like 149, and I was like, yeah. I was
I'm
like, all
moving.
right
I'm
now,
moving.
yeah. Especially
Yeah.
on that beach. That beach get your joint moving.
Yeah. They get a
So
lot of views in there.
I stayed in when I first went in 2000 and COVID whatever 2020. I stayed there for like almost 4 months in Sua back and forth to Santiago because I had a chick in Santiago, but I was going back and forth. So I had got his number. We were staying in touch, and he was giving me ideas. I was giving him ideas. And one of the things I was telling him was like, "Yo, bro, in the beginning of your show, or whatever, when you're like talking, you're narrating, but you're like almost like a school teacher. Like I told him, he never used no commas and no periods and no nothing. He just was running through like, hey, most of you
Yeah,
guys have come to my show to watch everything, but one of the main things I've learned about so and I'm like, you got to break it up. You gotta project yourself. So you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I was like, yo,
yeah,
Stokes, you gotta kind of be like you reading the children. Like first of all, everybody, you could see like the progression. You know what I
yeah,
mean? You can see like the progression and how that's how he got to like, yo, so welcome everybody. He did the
Rico
Rico Toro.
Toro.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like we all find our own niche in our own way. Sometimes the niche come to you and you don't even want it or like it or accept it, but like that's what people know you for. And you
yeah.
gotta ride that till the wheels fall off. I don't care who
Yes,
you are.
indeed.
But rest in peace, Rico Toro, man. Good dude. But I had left like in September, but I had came back for Halloween.
Okay.
So little by little, we got cool, we connected, and we tell him about his family, and he put me on to Margot's, Bologna's, Hispaniola residential restaurant,
Hmm.
just multiple restaurants, man. Like he was a dude, like he liked to chill in the cut. He wasn't like a real out there type of dude, as you see. Pause. But he was like, he go to like the little spots. Like the new
Yeah.
cafe. He put me on the new cafe, and I just loved it ever since in Sasua on Pedro Casante. But he loved like Dominican culture. He loved Latin culture. Like a lot of people, this is gonna be the mic drop of the show, but he he's a white guy. He's not
Yeah,
Spanish. Like people,
yeah,
I when he told that to me, I'm like, what you? I said, what you like? I figured there was a drop of white in him. I was like, what you like? You white and Puerto Rican? What you? Your mother white? Your father? Like, nah, I'm 100% white. I forgot what he said he was, German and something. White people mixed with like my
I
mother.
thought he was Puerto Rican. I thought he was Puerto
Nah,
Rican.
nah.
See, you educating us
100
today. I thought he was Puerto
percent
Rican.
white.
White guy from Washington
Pure as the
D.C.
driven
area.
snow. He just,
Wow.
he just was like, some of the white guys we see in the hood that didn't have it so good, that lived around the corner from the hood. He didn't live smack dab in the hood, but he lived like around the corner. But
Okay.
very like, just like I said, always welcoming, always like he never had like an aggressive bone in his body towards YouTube. You know how you get when you're and I'm gonna
Yeah.
do a thumbnail and I'm gonna talk about his mother and his kids and he don't pay his taxes and. He didn't have that. He didn't like. I used to be like, "Yo, man, they playing us. They playing us. Yo, son, we need to get them, son." You know what I mean? Like you playing us because we
Yeah.
did a show. We did a show together that it kind of took off. It was like a hit. Like they
Hmm.
were like, "Yo, y'all two combination is dope because he's very like
Chill.
instructional. Like I don't know, like like cerebral. Like he know how to break it down. That's why I said the game is gonna miss that. Like he really broke down like the emotional part, plus the numbers of the traveling, the dates, when you travel, but how people are as human beings, like that like I call them like
Okay.
a mathematical therapist. You know what I mean? Like he,
Mathematical therapist.
yeah, he was ill. Like he broke it down, but at the same time, he never was like yo, they playing us, right? They not connecting with us because we would be around. They would have like certain sessions. And shout out to Cerise Fairfax, man. Like she showed the dude mad love,
Yeah,
man.
she
Like you could
told him a
tell.
lot of love.
Like my homeboy Gil told me, like she could barely talk. We all could because I'm gonna get to that a little later on. But like I said, I spoke to him towards the end. But in the beginning, like what I'm saying, I was just like, yo, they playing us, they playing us. And
Right.
I didn't know how minute I was until I got my little fame and notoriety because you're the one, and I thank you for this a lot. But you the one that broke it down to me right on where we was at in Philly over there with Needle Park and all that. You was telling me like, yo, you gotta stop like counting yourself out. got like a fan base of like 70,000. People know you. You just don't have to
Yeah, they knew
subscribe to.
you.
I couldn't
Yeah.
wrap my head around it. 'Cause remember, I told you we gonna stray off Rico for 1 second, but I remember you. We was riding on the highway, was stuck in traffic with the windows down and all that, and you were like scolding me, like, "Yo, you gonna take this serious or not? Are you gonna be
Yeah.
what type of YouTuber you gonna be? Because this ain't a hobby for me. This is the
Yeah. It's
real
not a
deal.
hobby.
Like I sacrificed my livelihood, you laid it on the line, and I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
As a rookie, I just had to sit there and just take it. Like, yeah, you right. Like you gotta, you broke it down. So he was always had that competition, but he wasn't like aggressive with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rico. So
He just stayed in his
he
lane and
kind
did
of
what he had to do. I mean, he was definitely
exactly.
different.
Like he knew, right. He knew nobody could get in his lane, which was true. He was very,
Mhm.
very, like I said,
Thorough with it.
mathematical, but like a
Yeah.
therapist, like and he used to throw in like a little bit of health, his ex relationships. Like dudes don't really break down their whole like ex marriages and relationships and talking online, and we all go through that as grown men.
Yeah.
Like the chick don't want to be with us,
Yeah.
chick broke up with us, and we got our heart broken. Dudes didn't talk
So
like
that's
that,
why I'm
so
traveling, or that's why I'm traveling. That's why I'm doing
a
this. Because I
hundred
was in a
percent right.
committed relationship for 5 years or 10 years, or I was married for 12 years.
He broke everything down. And like I said, he left a lot of breadcrumbs that it almost seemed like he knew that it was going to come to this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But each time I knew him, we were around each other more and more to where we, as soon as I landed, we would talk. You know what I mean? He started visiting Sasua like in 2008, but he became like, he stayed like 6 months in 2019 and he's talking to Cerise Fairfax. She talked him into move down, whatever. So he said he sold everything to the point to where he had an apartment for 2 months with nothing in it, stole his car,
Right.
everything, and got rid of his
Okay.
old job because of the VPN and all that, couldn't travel, and got a new job so he could be able to work overseas and just rebuild it from there. Just brought furniture. Most apartments come with furniture already in DR. So all
Yeah.
he had to really do was just get, his clothes and all that. But he was committed. He was committed to Sasua, man. Committed, hundred
Yeah.
percent.
When I interviewed him, man, that's what I asked him about. Because I saw him like the king of Sasua. So when I interviewed him, I asked him everything about Sasua. He broke it down about property, buying property there, renting property there. He
hundred
talked about
percent.
the female situation there. He talked about a lot of different things. He talked about why he likes Sasua. He said he could live anywhere else in the Dominican Republic, but he said it was very convenient. He was like, you can walk. Sasua is so small that you can just walk around the town. So he said, if you want to go get a haircut, you can go there. If you want to go to the bar is there. If you just want to just chill at your house, it's there. If you want, you know what, I feel like going to the beach today. The beach is right there. He said everything is
hundred
in
percent.
walking. So he said
hundred
that's what
percent.
that was. He said that was the allure that kept him in Sasua. He said everything is at hand's reach. Anything you wanted was right there.
100%. And he knew like his limitations. Like he knew like, yo, listen, I've been drinking for like 8 days straight. I gotta
Uh-huh.
chill out. Like he was a heavy like exerciser, working out, weights.
Uh-huh.
He walked everywhere, as you know. That's how
Yeah.
y'all bumped into each other walking.
Yup.
Like he
Yup.
walked
Walking.
everywhere. Walking
Yeah.
everywhere, 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 everywhere. But like I said, you wouldn't find a more positive dude, like a light. Like he illuminated sometimes. You know what I mean? Like when you look back on it, it's like, damn.
Yeah. I'm glad I had to. I was able to pass his path. We crossed paths and meet. You know what I mean? And I'm glad I met him 3 times and hung out with him and got to know who he was as a person.
Word
And yeah,
up.
he was a real dude, man. He was a real dude, man. He's a
But people
real
know,
dude.
like there was a time where we were freaking frack, like you know what I mean. Like you see one, you see the other. He had his
Yeah.
other crew. Like shout out to Gil. Gil was like literally his best friend. Well, I met him through his other crew. He had a little crew called La Familia, and he wasn't
Right.
with like I'm gonna build a YouTube crew because I'm telling you, I was always like, let's get these dudes, man. They dissing us. We got money. We own it, and he was like, nah, just chill. Let's go get a drink. Let's go get tacos. Let's go get, you know what I mean? He loved Margot's. He loved eating out. He loved like meeting new people. Like he was the dude in the
Yeah.
bar where you would just look over and
He-
and talk and just be like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? My name is da 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 da. And what bugged me out was his family called him Rico Toro. I was like, damn, like very few street dudes when you meet and you go into their household and then you be like, hey Samuel. I mean, look at the dude. Look at back in the day. Looked at my man like Samuel. Like,
Yeah,
word, that's your real name. But
yeah,
I thought that was strange. I was like, they're calling you Rico Toro. That's crazy. He's like, people been calling me that for years. He made it up. He embraced himself in the Latin culture. He lived in Jersey for like 8.5 years, but he lived on Long Island, and I drove you through there. He lived in
yeah.
Long Island for like almost 2.5, 3 months, where him and his wife were in a transitional period of moving to a house
Uh-huh.
where they no go from a house to an apartment because they had certain issues, but
Yeah.
that he had to live with the in-laws, and his wife's family was from Long Island and Deer
Okay.
Park, New York. So that was another thing that gravitated towards us because I was like, yo,
He knew New
you
York.
know,
Yeah. He was
he
familiar with New York, and he had family. His wife family's from there,
and not only
so he
that,
saw a lot of
he
family.
worked in New York for 8 years. Because he's
Oh,
originally
all right,
from
yeah. So he,
Virginia. He's
okay,
from the
yeah,
DMV area. You know what I mean?
yeah. He always screamed that DMV. He shout out to the
100%.
DMV.
100%. But his thing was literally like go past a place, look at it, say, hey, maybe I could go in
Mm.
there and talk to people. And he loved talking to people. He loved, just hey, meet a new guy, you kick it. Shout out to Razor Rays. And he
Yeah,
would just
shout out to
go and
him.
kick it. Yup. Gil and Mike. Which method? No. Yo,
Wow.
for real. And those were his boys. So it was like a separate, it was like me. Because you got a different relationship with people as far as like you connect, okay, you're a YouTuber, you're a traveler, you're a
Yeah.
vacationer, you're this, you're that. You know what I mean? So once you once we had all those three things in common, because he stayed everywhere just like me in Sasua. He stayed at Sasua Inn. He stayed at Casa Valeria. He stayed at New Garden. He stayed at Europa. He stayed at Casa Linda before. He stayed at Ocean Village before. He stayed at Hispaniola before. He stayed at Hilltop before. You know what I mean? He did it all. He did the pool parties in New Garden that was wow and that got banned from YouTube. That was just like legendary. He been through all that. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like he had infinite knowledge. Plus, he was married before. He was engaged
Did he have
before. You
kids?
know,
Did he have kids?
nah, he didn't
Okay.
want any. Nah, he didn't want any.
Okay.
And when he came to the zoo, like Cerise said on her channel, like he came there and fell in love and was like, not gonna leave it. You know, what I'm saying? He kind of like he did what he wanted to do. That's what I'm saying. It was crazy to me. It was like for a 53-year-old man to say these were the best 3 years of my life. That was crazy to me. Cause I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, all them 18 to 50 or whatever it is, that you didn't have no other good times in. You know what I mean?
Damn.
It
So
was
he was
crazy.
50. He was 53 when he passed. Okay.
Word is
So he
born.
said,
Yes,
"Damn, yeah."
53.
He said that. I went back and binge watched some of his videos. He
Yeah,
did a
me too.
video from like a month ago that really touched me, man. That he was just talking about that he was thinking about just getting on a plane. I think the video had something in there about some Sasua and no regrets, and he was saying about that he might just jump on a plane and just come back to the Dominican Republic. But he talked about like if you ever in doubt and you're not sure where you want to go, if you want to travel, if you're thinking
Facts.
about it too long, just do it. He
Yeah,
said he
yeah,
ain't got no
yeah.
regrets. It was the best time, like you said. He said the best time of his life being in the Dominican Republic. I always
Cause,
say that,
'cause-
man. I always tell people that, man. That'll put 10 years on your life, man. Going to them countries and stuff like that. People don't understand, especially when you're in the hustle and bustle in the states. They don't understand, man. They don't understand, but I mean, I get it. I get it. Some people have a lot of big responsibilities back home that they don't have that. They can't really travel like they want to.
Word.
They got to squeeze it in some kind of way if they can.
It's not easy. And
Mm-hmm.
plus, when you're a YouTuber, it's 10 times harder because you may fall in love with a place, be sitting there for 4 months, but your channel ain't moving. You got to move around.
Yeah, you got to move around. Like my time in Brazil is coming up to an end too. I mean, Brazil gave me everything I needed. I got to keep pushing now somewhere else.
Facts.
Yeah,
I mean,
let
that's
me read
that's what
something.
you that's what you do.
Yeah,
That's what you do. I seen it live. Like you were in Philly. I was in Philly for a
hmm
week.
yeah,
Shout out to Philadelphia, and we were moving around. Then remember that night, I was like, I ain't got nowhere to stay. I'm going back to New York. You
yeah.
grabbed the bag, laptop, like I'll go with you. I'm
I
like,
go with you. I ain't got
yeah,
nothing to
come
do.
on,
I can go anywhere.
come on, come on. I was like, come on, come on. And I told you, I remember in the middle of the night when we came back from over there where you was filming at, and we came back to the crib late. And I told you, got up to go piss. I'm like, I hear you in the room clicking and clacking with the computer, Shane.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, he's like, I'm editing videos. We got up for breakfast. Remember, I brought breakfast. I was going for like an
yeah.
hour.
I remember.
Boom. You were editing the video then. I was like, yo, he's a hog. Like he's a beast. Like he just go. That's all he do.
Yeah, man, it's a tough journey. People see like they see the drinking, the party, the girls, the places, but them videos don't edit themselves, man. Like you got to edit them,
Facts.
and if you don't do them, you got to pay somebody to do it for you. When you get to that level, some people, they get to that level, they have somebody edit, but I ain't even at that level that I can get somebody to edit my videos and stuff for me like that.
Right. And
And
like I
I've been
tell
doing
you, like, go ahead. He not to cut you off, but he was very appreciative when that time you gave him his whatever his 13 minutes of that interview on the street. Like he was highly like he loved the game. That's what I'm saying. Like he loved
yeah,
the game. He loved the action. He just wasn't competitive like that where he gonna talk about somebody. Like I very rarely heard him really fully diss somebody. He made us question certain things other YouTubers did, but
yeah,
he wasn't like negative.
trying to diss
He says
nobody.
it like he says some of it in his last couple of videos, like his last two videos. He was like, try to understand the new game and I understand, but try to, try to chill a little bit. Try to, be positive, I think that's what we all try to, you know, tell everybody, in the up and comers, like, stay positive, stop talking about people,
Mhm.
try to jump. Because, it's hard, like, bro. Like I told you, you got a unique talent when you just show love to everybody, because not everybody
Yeah.
do that.
No, there's a lot of haters. It's a lot of haters,
What?
man.
What? What?
I ain't know. I ain't understand how much haters it was till now. I'm like, damn, these dudes hate the hate. I ain't
For
never
no
seen that
reason.
like this.
For no reason. Because when I met dudes, and it could be somebody that you really rock with that be like, yo,
Yeah,
you see him on a live on somebody else's show, and they be like, low key, like, yo, you know how I always play with you. I always
yeah,
text you. We the same way we on lives dissing each other. We on the phone dissing each other. So,
yeah,
but the competition game, dudes just take it. They fierce. They want to be the Ace Live. They want to be with the
yeah,
350,000
yeah,
whatever. They
yeah.
just don't know all the tools and components that come with it. You know what I mean?
Hard work, man. It's hard work.
Super.
Consistency, and hard work. You hating on another guy ain't gonna help you. Like, this is a side note. We talking about Rico Toro, but this is a side note. I would tell them, man, if you admire another YouTuber, try to reach out to him. Ask him to help you.
Facts.
See if he'll help you. You know what I mean? Don't hate on them. Don't hate on them. They think you hating on another person gonna get guys that hate their channels don't grow like that. They don't grow like that.
Right.
Check
Right.
check it. Who's
Right.
a big time hater that got hundreds of YouTubers? I'm talking about black YouTubers. We're gonna get real specific out of our little circle. What's
Facts.
they don't even get 50 subscribers. They don't even get 50,000 subscribers.
No.
You can't
No.
build a channel on hate. Build a channel around who you are. And if you don't know who
Right.
you are, fake
Find your
it
niche.
somebody else until
Find
you
your
get to
niche.
know who you are.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But don't hate, man. That's crazy.
Find your niche. Find your. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you might not even like it, but that's what people know you for. They
Yeah,
know
that's
what
what
you.
they'll
They
like you
know what
for.
you to do. They
Yeah.
want you to be what you did.
Mhm.
So it's not easy, man. There's
Yeah.
mad components that you broke down to me. We was in Philly, and I was just like, you didn't get it. You just thinking like you told me when I was down here, like, yo, you can't just sit in a room and just talk live. Like you gotta hit the
Yeah,
streets. You
you
gotta
gotta
show
go out and
more.
about and record videos, even if it's just interviews with people.
Right,
You
right.
ain't gotta walk around like I
Even
do.
the
Like,
thought of it.
yeah,
Even the thought of it, like you got to sit there, always be thinking, like, what can I do next?
yeah,
And then you got, like you said, when you like you had 125,000, and you
yeah.
still grinding, you don't see like you're not raising your arms, you're not running up the rocky stairs talking about,
No,
yo, I'm Philly Dom and I'm the king and I did it. You trying to
no,
hit like 400,000, you
yeah.
trying to hit 500,000,
I'm
and that's what the dudes that are like 80 subscribers, 2,000 subscribers don't see. Like you didn't
yeah.
make it, homeboy. You didn't. You're not gonna get 50,000 subscribers and think you there.
No, you
Like
gotta
you're
keep
not
pushing.
there.
You gotta
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
pushing. Even
So
if you got a couple good videos that got 1 million views, you still ain't there, man. You gotta. This is
you got to put in that work.
you gotta put in that work. You gotta keep pushing and pushing and pushing.
Just like you said, you gotta call like other higher YouTubers and ask them advice. Even if they give it to you, you might not know how to execute it the way they executed it. You might
Yeah,
not know. You might not have that juice. Like talking and projecting yourself might not be your lane, or
Yeah,
editing might be your lane. And then you got to figure out, okay, how can I blow up doing the editing? Word up, R.I.P. Rico. You got to find your lane and then enhance it and make it better. But sometimes you got to step in other lanes. Sometimes you got to be rocking with another
yeah,
channel that you wouldn't necessarily per se rock with. I find myself that all the time when I be like, let me just work with this YouTuber. You know what I mean? You gotta connect, but at the same time, it's like you might have to be in a lane that not necessarily is your lane, but
uh-huh.
you just trying to pass your name out there. You're trying to get it out there.
Yeah,
But at the same time, you can ask Shaq all you want, like what did he did to be, what did he do to be great? What did he do as a low post center, the most dominant center, and he got to ask you like, so what do you do every day? What's your training regimen? And you be like, nah, I don't train. They gonna look at you like you crazy, like yo, get out of here. Well, don't take no NBA knowledge of how to be the best center in the world if you're not running and lifting weights. So I say that in the YouTube terms, you gotta like you told me. You remember? I remember. That's another thing. You were like, "Yo, you better have two of everything," because you scolded me. You're like, "Yo, let's go to Best Buy right now, get the pocket." And I'm like, "Yo, Dukes, I got like 390 to my name in
yeah,
Philly. I'm not gonna ride around Philly broke and putting gas
yeah,
in the car." And you remember that? And then your man just took us in.
yeah. That's true. Yeah, my boy. Yo, let me give a shout out to Razor Rays. He gave a $3 super chat. He said,
Yo, shout out to
"Salute,
Razor Rays,
guys.
man.
Rico, mad cool. Suzuka vibes. R.I.P." Let me just read some of these comments real quick. But
Go
shout
ahead,
out
go
to
ahead, go ahead.
Razor. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Or you can read them
Shout,
with me. I can just put them up.
shout out to Jacquees Wilkins.
Yeah,
Sock
Jack
Basse.
Q. Yeah, that's my cousin right there.
Sock Basse.
Yeah, he said condolence for the homie Rico. And then Douglas Anderson said R.I.P. to Rico. Watch many of his videos. Reached out to him.
Love.
Okay, you reached out to him a couple times on email and stuff like that about apartment's health and Sasua questions. He always responded. Yeah, he's a real dude, man. He's a real dude.
Check his channel out, man. I mean,
Yeah, check his channel
check
out.
it out.
But that's
Get the
one thing, man.
knowledge.
One thing about YouTube, man, even if you pass away and die, you still live through your videos. They don't go
Diary.
nowhere. So it's a diary, it's a documentary. So yeah, so now
100%.
he's helping youngsters and other guys that's coming up. They can always go back to his videos for a reference.
Word up. And he say his flaws too. Like you go watch his channel, he say his flaws about he always try to curb himself with the drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Drinking. That's one thing about the Sioux, man. There's so much socializing that the drinking just comes with it. Like you just
yeah,
chilling and you drinking.
yeah, that's true. The Sioux is
You
cool, man.
chilling
I
and
ain't
you
gonna lie.
eating.
The Sioux is cool with that. I can't stay there because it's too much. It's too small for me. I'm a city guy. I like it's like when you break it down, it's just a little town. Like when you break it down, it's just a little. It's but so much you can do there.
Facts. Facts. But there is a certain energy to it when you touch
Oh
down,
yeah,
man.
definitely. It's a certain energy. Oh, definitely.
Because it's very rare you see a group of dudes that be like, yeah, we gonna click together and we gonna work out and we gonna run on the beach and we gonna drink water and
Yeah.
coconut. The first thing is like, oh snap, I ain't seen you in a while, yo, what up? And then right to the bar.
Mhm.
Right to the bar. That's why it's hard to, you know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that was hard for me to like do my regular lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, yo, try to eat better, try to exercise, and then try to chill because you spending. There's times where I was spending like $160 a day.
Just drinking.
The drinking, eating, and going to the next spot, going to the next spot. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. The Sioux is wild. Big said, "Hey, bro, what happened to him?" They want to know what happened. Rico, what was his medical problem? If you
Pretty much, it was his heart. I'll
okay,
get into that now. He had like a hereditary disease with his heart valve, and it's still, we're still trying to get down to it. Me and Gil, shout out to Gil. We're still trying to get down to not him. He's kind of like it's over with, and I don't want to know anymore. Me, my personality, I just want to know exactly like not everything towards the last, you know, to the last because I believe we had all spoke to him, me and three other guys. He left us message. I told him I said I love you and I'm gonna rep your name to the death as far as I can go, and
Mhm.
And then I believe he passed away like a couple of minutes after he left those messages. But he had like when he first left the zoo, like he was like almost lifeless. He was almost like not lifeless. I can say that because he was filled with life, and he was forced. He was still walking around. I was like, dog, like you could barely walk, and he was still like trying to walk. But each time, like each week, he just got weaker and weaker and weaker. If any of y'all seen him out there, you've seen him like walking very gingerly. And when he talked, he didn't talk like in full sentences towards the end of his sewer. When he was in sewer, he would talk and have like like I used to think it was like a heart murmur. So he'd be like, yeah, so he came, so almost like he was always out of breath. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
But he was still going out. And
Yeah.
on top of that, he was, he would have like a drink, occasional drink here and there. But because my theory was like he should have been got up out of here. Like I don't, not to say anything about the Dominican medicine and the hospitals, but I was like, yo, get to the states. You can just,
Yeah.
Sue ain't going nowhere. That's why I be telling dudes, none of these places are going anywhere.
No, you can go
You know what I
back to the
mean?
states, do what you got to
Word.
do, and then go back on the road.
So he was getting weaker and weaker, and then what scared me was crazy was he was at Chicken and Waffles. They had some
Hmm.
strippers there, some go-go dances and some belly
Yeah.
dances,
Yeah.
and everybody's standing looking, but he's sitting. So when he got up out of the chair, it was like took like two people to help him out of the chair. So I was like, yo, bro. But he knew, and he was supposed to leave in December, and he left in November, and was staying in touch with him, and yeah, it was some kind of it was certain it was I wrote it down. It was audio heart valve replacement that he needed, but his heart was weak and the valve was weaker. Like the
Okay.
valve was shot. So they
Okay.
were giving him medication to build his heart back up. They were
Oh,
giving him a lot of different medications to get the heart back to where it was. Like, you know what I mean? Like trying to build it up because you can't do surgery with a weak heart. But his
yeah.
whole mentality was like, I'm not gonna be on no life support. I'm not gonna be on no machine that's gonna keep it breathing. Last message I got from him after responder was when I reached out to him was on June 2nd, and he said he had been in ICU for about 10 days and that he wasn't doing well. Yeah, he told a lot of people that. Like he was quite adamant. Like his people was like, shout out to Ron Meredith, and he was
Mhm.
kind of like you know what I mean? Because it scared me. I'm jumping a little bit, but like the last like 2 months, I was like, what's going on? It's like it's kind of the same. They're not saying nothing. It was like they would give him hope, and then they would be like, yo, this happened. Then he would get hope again because he was like, because it's a long process to get a heart.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, because I knew crackhead, one crackhead in the hood that had a heart transplant. I was like, ain't smoking crack, you had a heart transplant.
Yeah.
But I told him that just to give him some hope. But the dude from De La Soul had a very similar problem with his heart.
Hmm.
So you know, that's kind of when I started thinking this could be serious. This is a serious thing.
Hmm.
So towards the last 2 months, it just didn't seem like nothing was going nowhere. Like, it was, and then he hit me. We went like maybe like from April 24th to like May 14th, where we just did not even talk.
Hmm.
So I'm like, yo, bro. So somebody hit me, said, I think he's in ICU. So I'm like, yo, what's up? Every day, like, what's up? What's up? And the text is coming back like maybe like 4 or 5 days later, like, not good. It's not good. So I'm like, damn, like, when a person say not good and you in ICU, I'm like, all right, now it's like, okay, it's time to hit him on a regular basis because it's like,
Yeah.
I didn't like hitting him because he's like, hey, where you at? What you doing? And I would show him where I'm at, and I'm like, I don't want to do that because he wants to be on the road. He wants to go to other places.
Yeah, but he a traveler, man. That still lifts his spirit a little bit, because he's a traveler. He knows. So he
But I
relates
didn't
to
want to be, out
like
and mongering,
like
but he wishes he was
yeah,
there too. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And I know that, so I was kind of like low key, like just telling him that yeah, it's a great trip. Thailand is dope. Leave it at that. But it just got worse and worse. So he left me like two more messages, and the first one, no, like three more messages, and the first one was like, "We're kind of like running out of options, but we'll stay tuned. They're looking at one more maybe possible thing they could do,
mhm,
and keep me in your prayers, finger crossed, and all that." And was like, we'll see. So then, like a week and a half later, hit me back like, bro, like, it's not good. And I'm like, can you elaborate? And he was like, I will later. And he hit me the next day, like, just basically saying goodbye. And I was like, from dealing with my mother,
Hmm.
you just gotta get it out, get everything out, because you don't know how much longer that person has. So when you're saying
Hmm.
goodbye, so you can't be like, remember the time my first grade teacher told me, you can't do none of that.
Yeah,
You
you
got to be
can't do
like, I
all
love
that.
you.
Yeah.
You was my strength. You was the best thing that I ever been. All of that. So I told them that I was like, yo, dog. You know what I mean? I love you. You my brother. I understand this message, so we don't have to go any further. And I always gonna have you in my prayers, and I'm gonna rep you to the end. I told him TMI, Toro forever,
Hmm.
and that was it. And I was like, yo, dog, like I'm gonna rep you, you know what I mean? And he
Yeah.
hit me back like, cause me, Gil, and another gentleman named Bob, well, like probably maybe like two other people, like his personal close people, but we all got the goodbye message,
Hmm.
and it was deep. Like, and they played me theirs, I played the mines, and it was deep. It was just like, hey, other people got like, hey, it's not looking good, and it's pretty much at the end of the rope. There's no more surgery options. There's no more medication options. There's nothing. So pretty much, this is it. So if you don't hear from me, you'll hear from one of my sisters, who because
He
his
said
sisters had
that.
all of our
Wow.
numbers. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
his
wow.
sisters had all of our numbers. When he left, I was telling him just in case, because it's a heart surgery, is a big surgery. I was like, give your peoples my number just in case. So that was always his sisters always had my number since November. He left, I believe, November 8th and passed away in June 8th, I think, something. But
Hmm.
he fought it out to the end. And his matter of fact, his brother-in-law just texted me today and was telling me like, he had a, it was the not only was the heart valve defective to no repair, but his heart got worse.
Okay.
He said he was living his life on a couch until there's some kind of resolution to his problem, some kind of solution, some kind of
Hmm.
something to keep him around. He was trying everything, and I know you could hear like the hope in his voice. He wanted to get back in any form or fashion. He was like, if I still got to go to the doctors and have health issues, I want to visit frequently. Go for 3 days, come back. Go for 3 days, come back. So he was
Hmm.
pushing and pushing, but got worse, dog. Never, 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 never was the same. And I know
Wow.
him. I know because they have machines that could keep your heart going. They have things I know that could hook
Hmm.
you up, and you just living on that. And I know
Hmm.
him and how his lifestyle is. He's like, nah, I don't want none of that. I just want to go in peace. I know
Got
that.
you.
I just know it. I mean, that's the thing I kind of want to ask his sister. That's why Gil went to me like, yo, man, what use is it? He's dead and it's over. And I'm like, I just want to know because I know how he is.
Hmm.
He kind of was a headstrong guy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like he wants what he
independent,
wants,
like
how he
independent.
wants, right?
Yeah.
Like he like nothing better but just get a plate. He's big on Italian food. Get a plate, sit in the corner of a restaurant, chill, work on his channel. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Very
Wow.
unfortunate. Word. But he like I said, he was no different than you, me. He wanted a large channel. He was very he got to 3,500. And mind you, he started getting sick around like August, and he was still pumping out
Mhm.
videos. He was still
I
walking
saw him,
around.
man. I saw him, man. He's big inspiration, man. I saw that. I saw
So,
that, man.
you know,
He was
because I
weak and he
always
was
used to
still
tell
doing
him,
videos.
yeah, I was always telling, especially when he went back to the States and he was weak, I was like, yo, bro, people are asking about you, man. Put out something. I was begging him, like, yo, come on, dog, get on my channel. Like he got on my channel, did the Super Bowl like review, whatever, like what's it like in the Super Bowl, what's your update? And I
Hmm.
was pushing him, like, yo, bro, people want to hear from you. But he was like, in his state of mind, if you're thinking, okay, death is part of the option. So you're not in a state of mind where you want to talk about women and relationships and how to save money traveling. You're thinking of a higher power. You're thinking of another
Yeah.
another realm, another universe. So I completely dug it. I was like, yeah, I feel you, dog, but people still want to hear from you. And he did it. He did it. I was like, I wish there would be more, but he did like his last three. He threw up two throwbacks, but he did, like I
Hmm.
said, you can see the breadcrumbs. He could talk about it, and he was like, right now we're just still hoping for surgery, hoping for surgery. You just hear it a lot, just surgery. But if not, He said he fears living a poor quality of life than death. So I understood that 100%.
Wow.
Word. It's not easy, dog. It's not
I
easy.
hear you. I hear
It's
you.
not easy.
Shout out to
But
Curly Stay Ready TV.
word. Heart issues are serious as F. If more scary when it's hereditary, my bad. All we can do is exercise, eat well. Yeah, yeah. We all got to think about that, man. I think about
Mm-hmm.
that all the time. I said this is the first vacation where I lost weight to the point to where I'm like, damn, this shirt was a little tight. Now it's blowing because I can't
Yeah.
adjust to the food. I've had like 2, 3 colds out here. It's crazy. But yeah, we all got to
Everybody
think like that.
getting colds over there. Other YouTuber was telling me the same thing in Thailand. Well, why is that?
Word is born. Colds. So I don't know, bro. The food. Like, I don't know. But I want to see a physician when I get up out of here because I done had quite a few now. I'm just getting over my third. It's crazy. It's different, though. I keep telling everybody it's not like what these other YouTubers hype it up to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. I know you did consultations and we all done consultations, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lure somebody here and say this is the greatest place in the earth. Come, come. That's one of the things I talked to Rico about because he's like, you don't like Thailand that much, and I'm like, there are parts about it I like. Like you. You like Long Island where you at. I took you to a Haitian restaurant. I was like, yo, you can eat there for the rest of your life. The Haitian restaurant was
Yeah.
official.
Yeah, that was
We
official.
ate we ate free because of you. That was dope. The lady was like,
Yeah,
get
that was
whatever y'all
dope.
want. That's all me. It was
I
dope.
know.
But at the same time, it's like, yo, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a difficult game, man. But you try to do the best you can when you're on the road. And you are truly
Yeah.
on the road. And I give you credit for that, God, because you
Mhm.
you are really like, like
I'm
really
here.
on the road, man. You really, if you got 2 cents in your pocket, if you got $80 in your pocket,
I'm on the
if you got
road.
8,000, you on the Rizzo, and you staying
Yeah.
wherever. I poke fun like, oh, man, I ain't staying in hostels. I ain't in hostels, but you
That's the
you
cheapest
like
way
the
to
hostel
travel.
king.
The white
You
boys
are
do
the.
it. That's the cheapest way to travel.
I met a
That's the
few
cheapest
backpackers
way to
out here.
travel.
Like they are literally like pulling out a piece of paper. I seen it. They were like German
Yeah.
and Dutch, and were like, I have $48 tonight to drink. Like, damn. Like, just like that.
Yeah.
Just like
And
that.
they
Like, yo, I
and they gonna
really,
use every bit of that. Trust me. They gonna
yo,
run
bro,
that $48.
bro, they really do this. Like, that's why I said, man, it's admirable. It's like, yo, man.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, like, go back to Rico for a minute. He been to
Yeah.
Colombia. He went to other places. He been to Jamaica.
Uh-huh.
He been to like lived in 5 different states.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because people think, okay, you got to go to India, you got to go to Russia, you got to go to Cascadaway, Madagascar. No, you go to Iowa.
Mhm.
You could
No,
do your
everywhere
own
you like
hood.
it. In different places for different folks. You know what I mean? Some people like Thailand. Some people like Brazil. I like Brazil. You know what I mean? It might not be for everybody, but I
Right,
like
right,
Brazil.
facts. I remember
Yeah.
on a lighter note, I remember when you was in my hood and I took you to the white area, the hood, the bars and all
Yeah.
that. So I'm like,
Yeah.
you go here, you do this, you can start here, and you looking at me like I got it. I'm like, but you ain't never been here. Like how you
Got
telling
it.
me? Like I had my youth out here. Like I had a fight over
Yeah.
there. Somebody got smacked over
My
there.
first
They was shooting at
crackhead,
the
first girl I dated
yeah.
lived down the
And you
street.
like
Shit.
you like no, I got it. So since you moved 30 times faster than me, you were like, stay here and I'll be back. And then we went around the corner. You was the life of the party in the bar.
Yeah, talking to
Remember
the
the,
girls
the
and everything.
white
Yeah, I
dude?
remember.
I'm Kevin
Yeah.
Scaff. I'm
Yeah.
Kevin Scaff. And then the white
Yeah.
girls inside the it was called the I forgot the name of the bar, but when you were in here and I'm like, well, I was like, yo, you should shoot it over there in the corner. You was like, I was in here already. I'm like, I don't. It's like it was under an hour when I switched bars and I came in. What you mean you was in here already?
Yeah.
And then the way you put it together, I was like, because I'm like, you need to come here another night. It's fog, ain't nobody out
Yeah.
here. It's whack right now. You're like, no, I got it. I can make it look like it's popping.
Yeah, I can make
And
it
it
look like
still,
it's popping.
yeah, and it still was kind of popping, but the way you
Yeah.
edited it made it look. But it was funny to me how I'm like, this is my turf. And you telling me you
Yeah.
got it. I'm like, you don't know where you going? Like where you I was like, all right, gave you a
You
pound because I ain't
travel.
doing all that walking. Word
You
up.
travel. You just get used to it, man. You learn. It's the trick
Word
of the
up.
trade. You learn how to make everything work. The U.S.
Yes.
is easy compared to other countries because you deal with a lot of try that in Haiti, try that man, some other countries, man, where it's rough at. You make it happen. You figure a way to make it happen.
Yeah, yeah, facts. And you did. You did. We had a great time and you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I said, you see, you met some of my homeboys, you know what I mean? You
Oh
met
yeah.
dudes I grew up
Yeah.
with.
I remember up the
You know
street
what
from
I
you
mean?
where your crib at everything.
Yeah,
He took me
yeah.
all over.
So we had a really good time, man. But like I said, Rico had that. He just was so stuck in like, you know, being in Sasua, but he used to go to a lot of people don't know he used to go like different weekends and stay like a weekend in Puerto Plata.
Yeah, he said it. I remember in the video he
Yeah.
talked about that too.
Yeah. When because he used to do it, I used to be like, "Why are you doing that? Like, why don't you?" And he stayed like a week in La Vega just because he was stuck on La Vega and I have no idea why. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what? Like, I've been to La Vega. La Vega's not really popping like that. There's no malls. There's no like people in La Vega. Like, we go to Santiago when we want to do anything, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, damn. La, La Vega is in Dominican Republic. It's right next to Santiago. It's literally like Philly and Jersey. That's the
Yeah.
best way to put it. It's like
Wow.
Philadelphia, Jersey, La Vega, and Santiago. So everybody, everything they want to do, people in La Vega go to Santiago. But he stayed there for like a week, and he had it on a video. He just randomly went to some place. They were dancing, and he just got his camera out because he could dance too. He got a couple of videos
That's,
where he could dance.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was just out. He loved that. He loved being, and that was his goal to be like off the grid at some local spot, just at some Kamado, sitting outside in the orange and the green chairs and drinking. You know what I mean? He loved it. He loved that was his goal. Like I figure in 5 years he'd have been out of Sasua. That was his goal to be somewhere off the beaten path in Sasua. I mean in the Dominican Republic and just chilling and whatever. Because the myth is you can find a good chick
Mm-hmm.
outside of Sasua, and little do you know that the women want money regardless of where you go.
You have where
You
you
got to
go.
pay me. You're not gonna just have gymnastics and take me down. Wake up in the
Yeah.
morning and just tell me to go to work. Nah, you got to give me
I like that
something.
the gymnastics. You know, the gymnastics.
Wear it up. Because it's better than saying, for the YouTube, so you don't have to get the
Yeah, I
yellow
like how you
dollar
cleared
sign
it up. You
everywhere.
said the gymnastics.
Wear it up. So, and I kept expressing that to him. Like, if you think you're gonna go somewhere where they herding goats and there's hardly any electricity and they go into an outhouse to go to the bathroom thinking she gonna wake up and be like, oh, make me breakfast, and then she leave and then come back. Nah, Dukes. Hand
Yeah.
money, peso,
He said for the
Z.
gymnastics.
Word up. Dr was definitely his home though. He was definitely like
That's a good energy
loved
there,
it.
man. You know, I'm Haitian descent. My people from Haiti, man. DR is a good energy, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. The whole island, but DR, man, is a special place, man. I tell people that I'll talk trash about them and get upset every now and then about certain issues that you don't like in the country. But overall, I miss the DR, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be
Yeah,
lying to you guys if I said it.
yeah, no
And like I
doubt.
said, and what I try to tell people, and you already touched on it earlier, TMI, even if we put the girl situation to the side, because they always with black dudes, they want to push this black boy, they want to pick this passport bro situation. The camaraderie that you feel there in the DR with other travelers, you don't get in many countries. I'm
Facts.
keeping it real. Big facts. Maybe because it's close to the
Super.
US and a lot of people can get there fast, but the camaraderie you feel there in places like Sasua, put the girls to the side, put the party, just meeting the brothers and meeting the white boys and whoever, the camaraderie on that island is second
Incredible.
to none. I'm being dead
Incredible.
serious. Dead serious.
I would love when I be in Santiago. That I go to Fridays a lot in Santiago, and you just
Uh-huh.
chilling, and you look over and you hear somebody talking English. You be like, "Hey, what's up?" You know how you hear English and you just, "Hey, I'm American. You American.
Yeah.
Let's
Where
kick
you
it."
from, B? Yeah.
And they be like, "Yo, I lived in Santiago for 20 years." Like, what? Damn. Like,
Yeah.
what? Yeah, like, yeah, I go to Sue a lot. And they be like, I used to go there back in '01.
Mhm.
And, after a while, I got married, I chill, I kick it, and now I live in Santiago. And be like, damn, that's dope. A lot of people out there that do not go to the smut areas. You know what I'm saying?
You see this
Word.
message right here?
Last time I got from him, he responded when I reached out to him on June 2nd. He said he had been, yeah. It's real. I'm assuming a lot of people. Yo, bro. It was rough yesterday. I was getting messages all subscribers. That's why I'm disappointed in some of the YouTubers, man. I'm really disappointed because it's like how you titled your show. Like
Uh-huh.
this is for Rico. Like, you know what I mean? People brought it up like seconds. I don't want to say YouTubers' names, but it was like literally like 34 seconds. Like, yeah, he was a good dude. He was in health. He was in good health, a big guy, but you never know when it's gonna happen. It's like it didn't go down like that. Like he was still in good health, everything, just like his heart just went. Like he told me in a message, he was like, every year I was going to a cardiologist. Every year. Because he knew that, it's gonna go bad sooner or later, and he's 50. His father's heart valve went, he said, like in his late 60s.
Mm-hmm.
So he knew that was a possibility, but he was like, it went and then it got bad. And he
Mm-hmm.
toughed it out for those 3 months
Mm-hmm.
where he was just like, he
And he
lost.
said it was hereditary. So it was
It's
hereditary. Oh
hereditary.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Almost like he knew that could be a possibility, like that would be a problem, like he could
Yeah.
leave this earth from that. You know what I mean? It wasn't something that was like hitting him his whole life. Like he was mobile. He used to play basketball,
Yeah. I mean, I saw him. No, I seen him. I'm like, this guy's all right.
he worked out. It didn't make a difference. You know what I mean? He walked everywhere. That's how you met him. He was walking everywhere.
Yeah, I guess he did that to keep the heart active, to keep the heart pumping. That's why.
He everywhere. Like you said, you just got finished working out. He
Yeah.
worked out religiously, but his heart went, man. It just got worse, and it was damaged. Like his stepbrother just told me, it was damaged beyond repair. So you got the heart valve that went. Heart was working harder than
Mm-hmm.
normal because the valve open, closes.
Mm-hmm.
So that went, and they put a balloon in there to try to, like, I guess, help it, but it did nothing worked. From what he was telling me, because I spoke to him religiously. I didn't speak to him like twice in 4 months. I spoke to him when he left. I spoke to him every day.
Okay.
Try to keep his spirits up. And like I said, each, like when it got like February ish, it was like they're trying this, they're trying that, they're doing this, they're doing that, and then
Mm-hmm.
he did, nothing. It never got better. It never got better. It might have evened out, like it did. Nothing went wrong for a little
Mm-hmm.
while,
Yeah.
but then it just went wrong, like quick. And because he left me a message that bothers me, where, because I didn't listen to all the messages, but like in
Mm-hmm.
February, he said he was sorry for the last message, but he was frantic because the doctors had told him something that scared the hell out of him, which it would scare all of us.
Yeah.
But and I didn't open the message, so now since he's off, he's passed away, you can't open the message up or whatever. So I was like, damn, man. Like, when after everything is over, you think of everything you could have did, you could have resaid, you could have,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? And it was
Yeah.
just like, because towards the end, it was only a few of us that really spoke to him, but he was responding. He was still watching YouTube. He sent me a picture like a month ago watching one of my lives. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. He was serious about this. He was just like you, me,
Yeah. He's serious about it.
Ace Live. He was serious about it, man. It's just like, everybody goes about it differently, but just didn't, heart wasn't good enough, man. Just went. Or keeping your prayers, man. Keep everybody. That's why I said everybody, when you should at least, if not, because not everybody was friends with him. I get that. And I
Yeah.
think from the messages I got from people yesterday, how emotional I was, people
Mm-hmm.
were like, damn, you was really friends with him.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that was my dog, son. Like like I said, he was always ahead of me by subscriber numbers, but we
Mm-hmm.
were kind of like underdog brothers together. You know what I mean? Shout out to Primo. We were underdogs together, dog. You know,
We'll keep grinding for him.
word. That's one of the things I love, man. It was like, because I was like, yo, let's be a group. Let's get
Mm-hmm.
these dudes, man. These dudes ain't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you looking at the subscriber numbers and all that, like
Mm-hmm.
you're not, I could go to Russia. I could go to, I got some paper where I can go
Yeah.
places. Don't think I can't move around because I got 800 subscribers. I can jet
You can
like
move.
the old
You can
school. I
move.
could, yeah. I just can't put the ones and twos together.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was telling them, because it'd be dudes that we knew that wasn't like holding us down. That's why I give you, you are the king of, hey, let me help this dude out. Let me share
Mm-hmm.
my content. Let me talk on the phone with this dude. Let me,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you had dudes that literally had like 5,000 and you could not even talk to them
Yeah.
unless you had something. Because
That's
cause
true.
they not looking at you if you got 80,000 80 subscribers.
They
They
won't
don't
talk to you.
they start
Yeah.
looking at you. They start looking at you when you got 80,000. Then you become somebody worth talking to. And
Mm-hmm.
that's sucker-ish, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of dudes do it. I could sit here and name 5 or 6 of them that done it. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I tell you, we all connected. I got everybody's number in my phone.
Yeah.
We all connected. But like I said, when we clicked together,
Mm-hmm.
I felt like we was unbeatable. And I was like, you should do this. I should try that. You should do this. Let's
Mm-hmm.
try that. And grow, because in the beginning, if you look at the
Mm-hmm.
weeks and days of his videos, it was like Monday. You remember, how
I
sometimes you
remember.
fall off in the
I
beginning?
remember. Yeah.
When in the beginning, I'm talking about the Alaska days. You would do
Mm-hmm.
a video and then you'd be like, I'm gonna do a video like in 3 weeks. I
Mm-hmm.
learned that was a killer in the beginning because all these new dudes is killing it now. Like I
Mm-hmm.
told we in the beginning, we had a YouTube manual like this that we had to go
Yeah.
from one Z, like one B, one D, P, X, L, M, whatever. We had a book like this. All the new dudes, their book is like 3 pages. Like do
Yeah.
this, do that. You get a pocket. You get a GoPro. People can
Mm-hmm.
show you how to GoPro. You get the Kinson, whatever it is, the editing app, and then you're rolling. You follow chicks on the beach.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
rolling. We didn't have that. We had
Nah,
everybody was
figure
cracking
it out.
jokes in 2020. Everybody was
Yeah.
on there just talking about their mothers, talking about how they could fight, talking about how their chick is bad. So that's all we really had. So I early
Mm-hmm.
in the game was showing like my toy drive. I do personal toy drives in Christmas time, Dominican Republic. I was talking about different things like what to pack. You try to. I always looked at this as a certain educational thing. You know what I mean? Like people want to
Okay.
know what does Philly Dom take with him when he goes in these
Yeah, when he
hostels, when he's
travels.
on the road. And I've seen your bag. I was like, yo, son, take these. Remember, I had all these clothes. Like, here, take all of these, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because
I
I had
still wear the jacket. You got the
uh,
jacket. This is real.
word is
The
born.
jacket right here.
Word is born.
Yeah. I keep it
I
real,
still,
man. That's the Philly in me, man. We real.
I still got like another 4 bins I'm dying to get rid of, man. I should mail it to your
Yeah.
pop's house or something. But
Yeah.
so that's what he was to me. You know what I mean? He was my
Mm.
YouTube like tag team partner,
Yeah.
man. Because the
That's
other
what's up,
dudes,
man.
they can't relate. You got friends that ain't involved in YouTube that don't understand the YouTube struggle,
No, they
the
don't. They don't
camaraderie.
understand. They don't
None, it's
understand it.
real. So that's why it's fun. It's rare to find a brother that it's common. That's like, we going to war together. But at the same time, we still had a small, slight competition too, where I would
Mm-hmm.
put a video out and do like 400 in a day, which was a lot to me at that time. Like, wow, I did 400 in one day views.
Mm-hmm.
And then he would do one like a day later, and then just text me like 3 days later, like, yo, just let you know, I got 900 views in like 2 days, and I'm still
Mm-hmm.
stuck at like 500. When the videos start dying down, that's the worst.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it happens. But then
Yeah. So,
you can do community posters to keep the video alive. I do a lot of that
man,
too.
I need to
Community
learn how to
posters.
do all of that, man. I
Yeah.
don't want to do all that, man. But he
It's
was
a
a he
big
was a
job, man. I'm telling you, you learn a lot of stuff. This thing can keep you busy all day, man. Just on a computer, not even walking around recording, just being on the computer
facts.
and stuff. Like people don't understand this is real.
This is just a war going on outside. No man is safe from.
Yeah, these
So
streets that
it's
they don't took Mob Deep, baby. 88
your body is a
said,
temple. Take care of it. Facts.
oh, yeah, to thou
It's
own
hard to
self.
though. It's hard to break.
Yeah,
It's
hold
hard
on
to
one second.
break.
Hold on one
Go
second.
ahead, go ahead, go
Gotta
ahead.
give a
Read the
shout out. 88 gave a 9.99 super chat. He said, to thy own self, be true. Your
facts.
body is your temple. Take care of it. Yes, indeed. That's why I'll be running, man. I drink, I party, but I be working out, man. I don't
You
just be
do.
sitting around.
You do. Word up. I seen it when you was coming
Yeah.
back running when I went to your pop's house. You was
Yep.
running up that hill. Yeah.
Yep.
Your father's backyard is big enough for a full-fledged, full scrimmage football game. Word up.
They don't even know, man. They don't even know, man. And
Word.
we had to work for everything we got in Philly. Nothing came easy for us, man. Dad's a Haitian immigrant, man. Like it was no cakewalk.
Right.
That's
I
how we
mean,
know hard
listen.
work, man. We know
And
hard work.
I was thinking he was gonna be like, he was cool.
No,
I
he
thought he'd
laid
be like,
back.
oh, Spliff. Yeah, he was super
No, he
cool.
laid back. We're humble, man.
Talking about killing the chipmunks in the backyard.
Yeah, because they like messing up something. They was doing something. They eating up something in the backyard.
Word up. He replaced that fence they were talking about?
He
The
should.
fence.
Should. I think he did. He did. He had to. Because I don't like that anybody could just come on a property like that. That's kind of scary.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a damn near a stream in the backyard. It was dope.
Yeah, but we got something to take care of that too. If they do come back.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog. Like I said, man, this was dope, man. How you represent? Because ain't nobody. If you look, all of y'all go to YouTube and put Rico Toro's name in there. You're gonna see me, Sharice, you.
Yeah.
I did something on my other channel, TMI Sasua. Y'all go follow TMI Sasua, and not really that much else. I think Rich Method did something, but you didn't put his name in the title. I don't understand that. But there was not a lot of R.I.Ps for this man, which was crazy. And it was dudes that knew him forever that just didn't rep. Then dudes just don't, I don't know. You know what I mean? You going and then it's like, shout out to 215, man. You going and then you just going and that's
boy. Yeah.
Word up, Philly in the house.
Philly's in the house, big time.
I just don't understand it. You thinking like I'm a rep.
No, most people don't care, man. Most people don't care, man. Like I told you, most people don't care, man. Most people don't care, man.
We used to have days worth of arguments over like why you care about these dudes. These dudes don't care about you, and you probably got more money than them. They just got more subscribers. Why? I would be like to the point where, and I learned this from him, especially with the energy, the hostileness. But I'm hostile. But I'm like, who cares about these dudes? Forget these dudes. Let's get them. Like these dudes ain't nothing to me. You know what I mean? And he'd be like, nah, they cool. I remember one of the coolest things he said. Right? I was making fun of some white gentleman walking down the block, like 4 of them, a group of them. And I'm like, look at these dudes, la 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 la. Mind you, like I said, Rico White, and I'd be like, look at them, la 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 la. They let me get some dark women, and I'm playing around. Let me get some dark girls, and he's like, oh, that's not cool, man. Don't make fun of them. They just here to do the same thing you here to do. And it was deep. It hit me. Like you judging them because they straight legged white dudes, but they here just to have fun and do what you do. I thought that was deep. He had a lot of like stuff that could like hit you, like say just quick and just be like, you know what I mean? And he always put himself first, but he was always quick to help people out too. Like he put himself like, nah, I'm, like it used to kill me. This is funny. He'd be like, yeah, come meet me for lunch. Like bet. He hit me like, okay, I'm at whatever restaurant. Like, all right, cool, I'm coming. I would get there. He's midway through the meal. Like, yo, bro, I thought we were supposed to meet. Like, yeah, I told you here. And I'll be like, yeah, I know I'm here, but dog, call me as you putting your clothes on and saying I'm going to the restaurant. Don't hit me when you already ordered, already eaten, and then I'm sitting down ordering, and then my food comes, you're done. It was funny. And I used to mess with him because he was a solo dude. He had like maybe 3 dudes that he messed with like religiously, maybe 4. Like that were his dudes, like he messed with, but he didn't really mess with everybody, but he was welcome. He welcomed in people. He gave you a chance. Like, yo, you can be my homeboy. And then once you start flaking and you acting funny or you whatever, he'd be like, all right, I'm done with that dude. But he could, like I said, he could be in the corner of a restaurant by himself eating and just look over at somebody and be like, hello, how are you? So I used to mess with him like, who are these Republicans we eating with, man? Who are these white dudes? Not to say I'm against white people or not like that. Yeah. But we be sitting there and just
he said Republicans. Oh, they call them Republicans.
And they cutting their steak and they're eating potatoes, and it's a very like adult conversation. And I was like, yo, you got many levels to your style, man.
Yeah.
Many levels to the style. I
Yeah.
wanted to pass the nature of Rico's energy living on our terms. Yeah, I thought you could have did a better job though, dog. I'm gonna keep it 100. I could barely hear you. You ain't put his name in the title. Could have been R.I.P. Rico Toro like everybody else. But you as long as you said something, Rico. That's another thing. He'd appreciate it whatever anybody said, anybody did. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? But me personally, I'm gonna put the bang R.I.P. I'm gonna keep putting up his shorts. I don't even know how to do shorts. I'm
Start
doing
calling it
screen
Rico.
recording.
I'm gonna call it Susua Rico or Rico Susua. That's what I'm gonna start
The
calling it.
late
I'm going
great
Rico
Rico
Susua.
Toro, man. You
Yeah.
gotta rep somebody. You gotta rep them right. You know what I mean? Like I'm not just gonna briefly talk about. Yeah, he was a good guy. Anyway, back to me. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, I'm gonna be loud. I'm gonna be crystal clear. I'm gonna say that was my dog, yo. And you're gonna see a lot of Rico Toro content coming out of me for weeks. And I'm just gonna come. You know what I mean? Like we working on a mural for him in the zoo. We working on shirts. Like I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. You know what I mean? Like we going in. I'm already talking to a tough team of like 10 dudes, and you know what I mean? It's not one thing just to be like, oh yeah, he was a cool guy. Well, anyway, you seen the big booty chick? No, that's not how I give it up.
Yeah. Send me
Hell
one
no,
of them
because I wouldn't
shirts,
want.
man. We can link up
Of
so I can
course,
get one of them shirts, man.
of
I'll rock
course,
it.
of course. But you got to rep right. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about, man. For real. We talking about hats. We talking about all of that, man. He was a you like I said, you met him, so you know, man.
Solid dude,
That
man. Solid
solid,
dude.
educational, helpful, friendly. Like I said, I barely seen him angry. I barely seen him, but he wasn't no punk neither, though. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He wasn't no
Yeah.
punk neither. You know what I'm saying? He was, but he didn't hang on to too long. Like I get over situations with dudes like 10 years later, 15 years later. I
15 years later.
trying to release and be friendly, and plus I'm 50. A lot of people don't believe that I'm 50. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you 52.
I'm
You 50,
55.
dog. You 55. Okay, make sure you go get a pig or something, a goat or something. Yeah, yeah, represent. As long as you say you're doing it, do it. Word up. I didn't know the deceased brother, but listening to the raw emotions and haunts of Rico must have been top notch. Yeah, go to his channel, dog.
Yeah, he was
Word.
top notch,
Go to
man.
go to his
If
channel, man. He was
TMI
really
stamping
dropping
him,
them.
if TMI stamping him, I'm stamping him. Other people say he was solid. He was a solid dude.
Solid. And he broke the game down right, especially with the mongering, especially with the feelings and the
Mm-hmm.
like I said, a lot of people neglect this subject, but we all at some point dating them. We all sending some kind of money. That's always been the joke. Ah ha ha, you sent that girl money. We all doing it. I done sat in New Garden and seen the teary eyed, like she left me. I done seen the teary eyed, damn. I seen it with another dude. Or damn, you ain't crying because because she ain't call you. You upset because she's not with you. That means you loved her. But that's what we used to talk about daily. That one thing him living down there, you heard all the stories.
Because he
All
said
of the
firsthand, because he lay there. He lay there. Like other guys just passed through for a couple weeks, a month or two, and then they out of there. He lay
out of
there,
there.
man. He lay
Hiding.
there.
All the dudes there hiding in plain sight. Like sneaking
Mm-hmm.
around. They go get a
He seen it all.
cup of milk in the corner, talking about because the classic cliche is I live here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what so? You ain't out nowhere. I live here. I'm from here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's like when you pulled up to my hood. We was running the
Yeah.
dudes all the time. Like, this is my dude, da 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 da.
Yeah, they
Giving
all
them
knew you.
account, like, what you doing Tuesday? Where you going? Da 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 da. Like, you seen me. I'm known in my hood.
Yeah, he's
You
known, man. I
seen
went
it.
in the mall with him in his hood. He's known. He's known.
Word. So that's what I'm saying. But I never understood that when dudes be like, I live here. I'm in Sue every day. Nobody knows you. And I had this conversation with a lot of dudes. Like, nobody knows that. That's one of the bragging rights expats have. Is like, I live here, so I know the game. They can't run that on me. I talk in peso. That's another thing. I talk in peso, not dollar. Talk in peso. Shut up. If you got money, it don't matter if it's peso or dollar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You convert
Just
your money
pay.
anytime, man. But he knew he was known. He was like known, like he said in his video, he can walk through the town. He said a lot of YouTubers come through there. People might know them from social
And they got
media.
80. They got 80 subscribers, and the
Yeah, but
80,000 subscribers. Nobody know him.
he said nobody know him, but he said he walked through there. And he said by the time he go from his house to somewhere, 20 Dominicans to talk to him. He said
Facts.
they know him. He
Yeah,
they
yeah.
know him.
I used to make fun of him because, like, yo, you're a practicing Dominican. He used to take me to spots and be like, yo, why
I
are we
call him a
here?
practicing Dominican. Oh
What
man,
up? Like, why are we here? You're
he
bugging.
called him.
Like, we're not Dominican. The loud music, we can't hear nothing. It's crazy in here. It's crowded. It's hot.
Uh-huh.
You can't go to the bar to get a drink because you can't move through the crowd.
It's like this. You up in that joint
It's
like
like
this. Yo,
this,
you won't be messing around and
and
be like this.
we here sitting there, and sure enough, slowly but surely, he would just start grab a chick and just start dancing. I used to give him hella credit for that, man. Even though I was upset, like I want to get out of here. This sucks.
Uh-huh.
He'd be like, "Nah, man, this is dope." We used to go back and forth about that all the time. Like, what is it that you why you like you want you like their ways, like their methods? Like he wants to know the old ancient ways. Like
The
why?
culture, yeah, he really on it.
Yeah, dog. He loved it, man. He loved it, man. He loved it.
Yeah, he was
Loved
on
it.
it.
Yeah, he loved it, man. He loved those women too that he was dealing with. His team. He
Yeah.
loved his team, man. He loved talking to other dudes about their team and their women, and
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean. Like even though they still doing dumb stuff, like he was very forgiving. Like they would, steal from his house, take something, set him up, all of that, and he would still be like a month later, be like, "Nah, she was just over here."
Wow. He said that was his best 3 years living in the Park. Yeah, man. I'll tell people that, man.
Word up,
That's what's up,
word
man.
up. That's what I'm saying. It's sad, man. People aren't representing his brother harder, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sad because it's only like you said. You see Cerise, you see my stuff, you see Rich Method stuff, you see you now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see nobody else. That's sad. He deserves more than that. But in
Yeah.
typical Rico fashion, he's just he would be grateful with what he's got. He grateful
Yep.
we doing it now.
He's like, damn, somebody remember me. Rico
Nah, he just
Toro.
be like, what he's not asking dudes to do anything. He probably
Mm-hmm.
comfortable chilling up there where he at,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it, man. You know what I mean? I know he went out. I know how he went out. He was just like, I told his sisters probably I love you, and that's it. I'm out. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm sure that's how it went because that's how we kept it. Told me what it was, and I told him how I felt, and that was it. But it was just hard for me because all the subscribers was contacting me. All the subscribers was calling me. I only heard from subscribers. I
Mm-hmm.
barely heard from the YouTubers. Even dudes that was like, "Yo, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry that was your man." Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People didn't know I was tight like that.
Yeah.
Like tight. We was cool. Maybe some other dude. You might be upset like, "Oh man, that's messed up." And then you go out and just live your life. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was like staying in my room for like a month. I mean, like a day and a half, 2 days. Like it hit me like, damn. And everybody wanted to know. Everybody was calling. All the subscribers, all the names you hear was hitting me like, yo, TMI, what happened, man? I'm so sorry. And call me if you need anything. All subscribers, no YouTubers, no fellow work buddies. It was all subscribers. Say, oh, I'm so sorry. I know that was your man. I know people that I didn't even expect. I didn't even know had my number. Yo, I got your number from so and so. I'm so
Bobby
sorry,
John
dog.
Johnson gave it to me. So that's why
What?
I'm
I'm
making
like,
this
who?
call.
But it was beautiful though, man. I was like, yo, thank you to the subscribers, y'all. And listen, you can't fault. I guess if dudes don't feel that way, that's one thing I learned from my mother's death. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
reacts differently, so you can't look at a person and be like,
Yeah, that's true.
he ain't say nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shout out to Rico Toro, man. He's a good dude, man. He deserved more. In my opinion, I know he up there like, man, don't push it. And I'm like, nah, I can't, dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
push this to the
can't. But I'm
limit.
gonna be positive about it. I'm not gonna be negative, pounding my fist, talking about when I see this person. I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, got words with him. You ain't rep my boy. I got words with you.
well, go to Rico Toro's videos, man. Just he had legendary videos, man. Because even his music was authentic, man. I remember he played me the video intro the first time. I
Yeah.
was like, yo, it's funky. Da, 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 yeah, yeah. Da, da, da,
It's
da,
like, yo,
da. You
that's
know what I
different.
mean?
That's different.
Word.
You see what Ruben said? I watched
Real
this video
experience,
2 times.
personal observation. Personal observation. That's what I said. He cared about this, y'all. He cared about this. Like you want to care about somebody that care about. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He cared about it, man.
Yeah, that's true. He
That's one
did.
day I was like, yo, dog, you really represented the game right. When I like, cause I knew he was sick, like to where we got the message like where it's concerning. So I was out. I went out to Soy Six, and I was like the whole night thinking about my man. Like, damn, man, you're not really like being given all the information, but at the same time, it was like, damn, man, what's going on? And then the next day they hit me like, yo, like sister just hit me. So then I was hitting him, and then he just, you seen that soul message come across, like, yo, man, you know what I mean? Like it is what it is, and if you don't hear from me, you hear from my sisters. Take care, bro.
Wow.
Word up. And then he went. He went. That's what I mean. Like my head was trying to wrap around like yesterday, because yesterday I was a mess. I had a chick, and I was like, yo, even though I'm paying you, you here riding for me. Cause I
Mhm.
just went into the next room. I got 2 rooms. I was like, went in the next room. I'm just
Crying.
like get out of here. Nah. And I wasn't like bawling, but I'm teary eyed. You know what I mean? I'm a human being. But I was just like,
Mhm.
you
Don't
always
cry
think
on
like
YouTube like I did.
I should have spoke to him more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I should. That's always the first thing I should have. I should. And I was like, ah, man, not my man, y'all. Cause you thinking like, I guess you thinking that we all got forever. R.I.P.
Mhm.
Rico Toro. Check it out. Go watch Rico Toro. Somebody put his information in the chat. Rico Toro. That's what we talking about. Rico Toro. How many
Toro.
people in the chat?
Let
How
me
many
get
people
his link.
watching?
Let me put his link. Let me put his link in there.
How many people are watching?
Let me see. It ain't many. 32.
Okay, I mean, that's more than what I hoped for, dog. Word.
You gotta have some girls in the video and have a whole bunch of people watching now. You know how it go.
That's the game. Put the
Yeah.
women's. They want to see the women's,
They want 100
the big
chicks in the
booty.
video, then they'll watch.
That's what they want,
Uh,
man.
I'm gonna put his link in there.
Yeah,
Rico.
yeah. Shout out to
I got
2-1. 2-1 is be automatic with it. Word. Shout out to 2-1, man. That's what I said, man. Like we
my
have
boy
differences
Philly.
with
Philly
2-1 or
hard
whatever.
body, man. I told you Philly
Philly,
hard
yeah,
body,
Philly
man.
representing. Philly
Yeah.
representing. We got
Thanks.
differences like me and
215.
215. We be having differences, and me and Rico had even bigger differences because I'm like, let's get these dudes, man. And he'd be like, what you want to do? Like, I don't know, but let's get them. But I'm not and I'm not jocking nobody. Like they thinking brown nosing is part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm out in Thailand right now. You ain't see me in no videos with these dudes. You ain't see me running behind these dudes. Like do a video, do a video.
Mm-hmm.
It helped. Listen, if a new dude that got 200 subscribers, say they all cousins and brothers and people at his job, and he do a live with you.
Better job.
I'm serious. That's how that it is. That's the game. And he do a
Yeah.
live with you. You got 100 and whatever, thousand,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. That helps
Yeah.
you more than the other
Yeah.
dude because now those 200 people that don't know you are gonna go to your channel and be
Yeah. I
like, "Oh,
see
let me
you.
check it out." Right, but nobody. You put the name and the title and the tag and the da da da, and thinking, okay, maybe one person from Philly Dom's 127 may drift and subscribe. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
That,
No,
that,
it
that
happens
don't
like
work.
that.
That don't work. You better off knocking them out on their live. Pick the phone up and be like, "Yeah, what up? I'm Bobo Scratch Travels, and I knocked them
Bubble
out.
Scratch
Subscribe
Travels.
to me. Word up. You better off doing that. That's not
He
gonna
said
work.
Bobo Fat Travels.
Word up. Everywhere you go, there's a traveler. There's a YouTuber. I met a dude today, traveler, YouTuber. The Korean
Mm-hmm.
dudes got the game mastered. These dudes run
Hardly.
around with gimbals. They don't ever say nothing to them. They got portable Wi-Fi's on their gimbal. They got backup batteries on their gimbal. I was on one Chinese dude's live representing Long Island, representing New York, shouting out EPMD, De La Soul, Keith Murray, K Solo, Public Enemy, Flavor Flav, Rakim, Busta Rhymes, Leaders of the New School. I'm going off. I'm naming all these dudes. De La Soul, rest in peace, Dave, Dove, and De La Soul. And you saw in the chat like Long Island, naming places. And I was like, this is China. That was dope. I'm reading the messages. I felt 20 feet tall. I was like, this is China. I was like, subscribe to TMI. I'm a Long Islander in the house. Method Man was originally from Hempstead. Prodigy was originally. I'm going off. I'm acting like I'm in a like a rap DVD. Like, word up, I'm from New York. I'm the real deal. Shout out to my boys on the OZs and all that. My man Shaka, and I'm going off. And I'm like, De La Soul, EPMD, Rakim, Wine Dance, Amityville. I'm going off. And in the chat, you just saw people talking about it. I was like, this is crazy. Long Island, shout out, EPMD, Rakim, paid in full album. And I was like, this is China. Word up. And they were talking about Long Island and the stuff that they knew. And it was like, yo, bro, it was like 26 dudes. I was reading and counting. I was like, this is fire, right? Because I just grabbed it. I just went off because the dude was like, go ahead, kick it. Man, listen, I went off.
Wow.
Word up. Yeah, it was dope. Right on Walking Street, went off. Like, give me that. Word up. The fact is, not many people will watch without the sales of, I don't know what he talking about.
Marketing portion.
Yeah, I don't market it. What
He
was Macy's? Yeah, no, I feel him. You know what I mean?
Oh, he added on to it. And I'm from a sales and marketing.
Actually, Philly, that's why I did my video the way I did it. I knew I had to get people to watch. I found out yesterday at 8:30. Cortez that I am dedicated and edited. I don't know what we're talking about. All right. Federal Styles. Shout out to Federal Styles, man.
Yeah, cool.
Iron sharpens iron.
I was gonna say if you got any last words, because I gotta go out and record now.
Yeah, I gotta hit the streets too. Yo, I appreciate you. I don't know if everybody give you your flowers though. You grinding, you doing it the right way, and you a super cool dude. Like I said, you spazzed out and screamed on me. What highway was that we was on? Because we were leaving the city.
It was on it was 95. Everybody had to be the 95 or I think it was
that's 90. Nah, that wasn't 95 because we were still because remember we were downtown Philly. I was like, this is dope. Remember? And we were trying to get to the highway.
I know what you're talking about.
Shout out to Freeport. Word up.
I can't think of that button.
Freeport, Buffalo Avenue. My man got peoples out there. Word up, Buffalo Avenue.
When you coming back to the States? You coming back anytime soon, or you gonna be out Thailand?
I don't know, man. This Rico Toro thing got me kind of like, I got some paper. I'm thinking about staying a little while longer, man, just to ease my mind, man.
Yeah.
Just to, I don't know. Everybody's like, oh, you fell in love out there. You in love.
No, I'm
chilling.
You like the Dominican
for real? I go back to grinding, like getting the carpenter, going to get his Colt 45 because he a shade tree carpenter, and he got to paint, and then I gotta go. I ain't got no car in the States. I did one of your I'm slowly letting go of everything because I want to become a traveler full time.
No, you're doing the right time. I seen it. Just as long as you've been on the road, so I seen it. I was like, yo, this guy, you definitely, because you got it. You ain't using it back home. Why you gonna have it? You don't even be there like that. Like it don't make sense.
And you're right, dog. Dudes want to see you in other places.
Yeah, it's strong. It makes your reach stronger. It makes your reach stronger.
Word, because you be in spots in Brazil, I'd be like, where is he, yo? Like, is he just Upa Tapa, South America? I'd be like, what? And you like, word. And you just out there with the joint. And you like, look at this, y'all.
Boom,
it's
I'm about to do that right now. I'm about to go to this place called Itapuan and record up
Word
there.
Up.
Right here, the Osmo.
Yo, you still got two of those? You still got two backup channels and all that? Remember, you was like, you have to have two of everything.
Yeah, two of everything because they'll break down on you. Something happens. Somebody might snatch it on the street. You be like, did he just take my camera?
Word up. I remember you. Listen, before you go, I'm just gonna recap that weekend because remember you had hit me R.I.P. Rico. Word up. You remember we were talking about you were like I'm visiting my pops. You were chilling with your cousin. Shout out to your cousin too. We wild little dude, cool.
Yeah.
But you hit me. He was like I'm in Philly, so if you more than welcome. Because I didn't think you didn't think I was coming. I just packed the bag, got an Airbnb, and I broke out.
Because you was in New York, so I'm like, yo, it's only an hour and a half ride. Why would you not come to Philly?
And you know where I was staying. I was staying in the hood of Philly. I just said, yo, I'm talking about the chick's crib. She was straight up like Muslim chick. You know what I mean? Had the
Yeah.
whole name and all that. I was kicking it with the neighbor. I was
Mhm.
in the hood because you remember Lose and Choose. We was
Yeah,
right
you
around the corner
lose
from
and
Lose and
choose up.
Choose.
Lose and choose up.
And
That's the name of it.
I'm super twisted at the Wendy's, and they were like, "Sorry, something with the drive-through. You got." So I'm standing there online, drunk
Man.
in the hood of Philly. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it. But you was scolding me like, "Yo,
Yeah.
dudes, right now we going to Best Buy. You gonna get a pocket Osmos, Gizmos, whatever." And I'm like, "Nah, man.
Possible.
I'm gonna have like $175 left for the week. Are you crazy?" I was like, "I need
I like
all of
it.
my money, Dukes." He was like,
Yeah, I
"You
like it's
playing
personal.
games? You playing games? You ain't serious about this? I'm serious about this." I was like, "Yo, man, you remember the pictures we took by the
Yeah, the
Frazier,
moral.
the
Yeah,
Joe
Fat Joe.
Frazier? Yeah,
I call
we
him
went
Fat
by
Joe. I mean,
Joe
Smoking Joe
Frazier.
Frazier.
We
Yeah,
went by
Smoking Joe
Joe
Frazier.
Frazier's old boxing gym. That was dope.
Yeah,
Remember, we was interviewing the crackhead dude. That was
yeah.
dope. That was a legendary interview.
Where's that video at? But he was saying a little.
It's on my
He was,
TMI Sasua channel. Go to subscribe to
man,
my
I can put
TMI
that on
Sasua
Patreon.
channel.
I can't put that on YouTube, man. They'll shut the channel down. He was just saying a little too much what he had to do to get the
Bro, it
to
was
get the. He was saying a little too
award.
much about the
It
drug
was
life.
it was award winning like material. I was like, what did he just say?
Yeah, he was just saying a little too
Mind
much.
you, it was popping across the street because just seen all the hustlers and everybody moving around and all of
Yeah,
that. And I was like, yo, this is dope. Needle Park. Remember the interview with the cops? That was dope.
yeah, that was dope.
That
I
was
got that
dope.
one's out. That one's out.
That was
Yeah, we
dope.
talked to
Philly,
the
word
cops and
up.
Philly
Shout out to
cops.
Philly.
Philly cops,
And
Philly cops be trying to stay out the way, boy. They give you the. It's like they sit them down. They know the perfect answers. You can't rattle a Philly cop. They know. My job is to watch and make sure nobody gets killed here. That's my job. But what about them doing drugs?
word.
We take this serious. We deal with serious issues first. Like, yo, they can't. Yo, they prepped up. They be prepping up. You can't say them. Yo.
Word. They gave you a full interview though. It was a dope
Yeah, they
interview.
gave one interview with the pretty cop, the pretty
Very nice.
female cop.
It
That
looked like
shit was
they just
good. She
wanted
was
to go
cool as
home.
hell. She
They
was
just
cool as
wanted to go
hell.
home.
Yeah, the pretty
They
lieutenant.
didn't want no trouble. And that chick that you was talking to with the table and all that, you did it all wrong. I told you, I was like, yo, man, get a number, get a number. I was like, she feeling you, get a number. You had the
Yeah,
ill interview. You got back to the truck. All I heard was you was cursing. I was like, yo, what's wrong with you? I erased it by mistake. I was like,
yeah,
what? I erased it by
yeah. That was
mistake.
West Philly. That was in West Philly. Oh man, I did that twice or three times, man. That's the worst thing ever. Because I was trying to save more footage, but really now I'm learning you just got to bring more than one SIM card, a couple SIM cards on you. That was a rookie mistake I should never made.
Yo, you was prepared when you hit Long Island though.
Yeah, I ain't messed that up again.
Nah, you was
I'm
fully
gonna go look at
blown
them videos
prepared.
today, man. I might post one of them in the community post so you can see it again.
That was
Hit the light.
annoying because I was like, yo, we should be chilling, but you was in straight work mode for them 3 days you was there.
We got work. I mean, we can move around.
You,
You let me go on the
bro,
Hooters by myself to record, man. Tell them about that. The nice Hooters in
I
New
wasn't
York,
gonna lie about
and
that.
what's up with you and Hooters, man?
I like
He
Hooters, man.
sat in the parking lot the whole time. That was some weird stuff.
Nah, well, that particular Hooters, I was, there was a little
But somebody got shot
situation.
in
I got
there.
a temper. I got a temper. I got a little
There's a bunch of
situation
white
with you.
boys. Ain't nobody there about no. There ain't nobody about no drama there.
That's what, yo, man.
You just did not want to go in that. You ain't not want to go in that Hooters. You like, I'll wait for you in the parking lot. I'm in there like 40
Yeah,
minutes
I
an
go in.
hour talking to
I
the
go in.
waiters, and everything. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go get that video. I'm
Put
gonna
that
cut and
footage,
dice it
yeah.
and do some shorts on that. I forgot all
Word.
about that. You just brought that up to him. I'm gonna look up them videos later. Yeah, you ain't
Word.
want to go in there
Word.
like that. This dude gonna let me drink along and eat chicken wings by myself.
You damn sure did. I was outside for like an hour.
I know. I
And
look.
it was
I even
raining.
told him. I played the hell out of you. I told all the waiters, they're like, yo, my boy, I don't know what's wrong with him. I like, man. I thought like, did he date like one of the Hooter chicks, or he got beef
I
with a
got a
dude?
temper.
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
don't like
But
Hooters, or you don't like what was that? I didn't
I
understand
love
that.
Hooters. Just that one we went to, I was like, okay, there was a certain
Bob, you ain't like.
situation.
Yeah.
No. I got to tell you the rest offline, but
Oh, okay. Oh,
TMI goes there. Word up.
okay. Okay.
But like I said, I so many things else I wanted to show you, but you was like, nah, go here. I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do. I'm like, you ain't never been here before. Somebody know what to do.
I just know what
But
the audience want. I know what they want to see.
word. You know how to control a crowd. I love that. I love how you
Yeah.
can go there with the gimbal. Because remember that white girl was like, "Is that a camera?
Yeah.
Is
That camera, yeah, it's a camera,
that a
shorty.
camera? Like, what is that? Is that a camera? Do you have a
Yeah.
camera? Word, dope, man.
I'm gonna do them
Yo,
New York
bro.
videos. I'm gonna cut and chop them and put them out there so people can see it. They was entertaining.
Word. It was a dope time, man. You got to come
Yeah.
back. You got to go back
We
to your
gotta do it
Asian joint,
again.
man. Because she
Yeah, I
wanted. I
definitely
told you
go
she
back to the
wanted to put up
Haitian
a
restaurant.
poster.
Whenever you in the States and we
Facts.
both link up, I definitely go back to the Haitian restaurant up there. And
Yo,
we gonna go to Brooklyn this time, man. We'll take you meet some cats in Brooklyn. We'll go to Brooklyn.
I'm with it. There's still 2 more I didn't take you to in Long
Oh,
Island. 2 Haitian
all right, yeah.
restaurants.
Take me to every last one of them.
But the lady, yo, like I said, man, the lady was like straight up pro Philly Dom. We ate free because of you.
I know. And
Yeah,
drink
all
and
that.
shit. Yeah, and everything.
We
And we
must
ain't
have
had
ate
one
like a
motherfucker.
$80 worth. 80. We must have like $80 of food and
$100 worth
drinks.
of food and
And the lady
drinks.
was man cool. And then I think she tried to test you to see like, okay, let me see if this dude is really Haitian and you know what I mean? I was
Yeah,
like, this is
come
dope.
back in there in Creole.
She was like, nah, the food's on me. Dope.
Yeah,
You're a dope dude, man.
thanks,
Deserve your
man.
flowers, man. You do it the
Yeah,
right way, man. You do it the
yeah.
right way, man. Word
Shout
up.
out to TMI for
Rico.
life.
Yeah, Rico Toro, man. Y'all
Rico Toro
rep, man. Go to
forever.
his channel. Go to his channel, man. Hit the
Mm,
like button on Philly Dom, man. It's all about Philly Dom, man.
yeah,
Philly Dom, Rico Toro, man. My favorite YouTubers, man. Shout out to all the mother dudes, man. 215. Yo,
everybody.
yeah,
215
man.
all day.
Love, man. Rico. It's all
Yeah.
about Rico. Rico Toro.
Richard, that's it.
Rico
All you, man.
Toro. Word.
So, man,
We
we'll
got
talk
Toro
later,
in.
Jen. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
I'm
yo,
gonna have
hit
to.
me behind the scenes.
I'm on a little
Hit me behind the
schedule. What
scenes.
time is it out there in Thailand?
Man, it's almost 11, man. I'm late. Running around, get the yams and my honey bunnies. Late.
Yeah.
Word.
Do what you gotta do, champ. I'm out. We're gonna talk in a little bit.
Rico Toro.
Everybody
Word up.
alive, Rico Toro forever. We ain't forget about you. We're gonna keep screaming your name. He said he gonna get that Rico Toro merch. We're gonna rock it on the channel. We're gonna do what we do.
Yeah, we building. We working on the mural. We working on the t-shirts, but we gonna do all that like around October, right before Halloween.
Yeah.
Word. So anybody out there sneak watching and the peepers, yo, rep Rico, man. Rep him, man. Y'all
Yeah.
follow him. Y'all were friends with him. Rep him, man.
Yeah. Y'all talk to him in
Rep him.
Sasua, the king of Sasua.
Yeah, man. Word.
Peace
Peace.
out, everybody. Talk to you guys later.